I think when you're dating and you're going through a lot of dates with guys or women, not exactly sure when this happens, but when things are going really, really well, you're almost in the beginning of the relationship starting to wonder, okay, what's going to be the red flag? And you're almost like a little on the pessimistic side, like, just go ahead and show it to me now, right? So I get a call from a friend of mine. The ages here are going to matter. She's 35, and she has been dating a guy now for about a month and a half that's 37 years old. These ages are going to be important in a second. So they've been dating each other for about a month and a half, and she's stoked. She is like, this guy is funny. He's capable. Financially, he's doing great for himself.
Good on paper, good in person.
Fantastic. Everything's great, right? So they're having drinks with each other a couple of nights ago, and they're just making small talk with each other. And I think he asks, like, okay, so be honest with me. Who's your celebrity crush? She immediately goes, easy, Ryan Gosling, duh. All right. So she returns the volley and says, who's your celebrity crush? And he says, again, he's 37 years old, and he says, Olivia Dunne. Okay. So my friend is not Livy Dunne. She is not familiar with who Olivia Dunne is. So he's looking at her like crazy, like, you don't know who Livy Dunne is? The gymnast? And my friend is like thinking, okay, like an Olympic medalist from back in the day, from the last Olympics or whatever, right? No, Livy Dunne is a 21-year-old that goes to LSU, and she's a huge social media star. Huge, right?
Oh, she's pretty.
She's very pretty, right? So because my friend didn't know who she was, he hands over his phone to her and goes to Livy Dunne's Instagram. And my friend had the exact same reaction that you guys did, is like, wow, she's super pretty. Well, yeah, she's super pretty. And she's on the beach everywhere, showing off her gymnast body everywhere. She's dating this guy on the Pittsburgh Pirates who's like the best pitcher in the league right now. She's just living her life. But the truth is, she's 21 years old, right? And he's liked every single one of her photos. So my 35-year-old friend is really turned off by this. And this is the question. She's like, is this a major red flag, like a deal breaker, that a 37-year-old man would be a hardcore fan of a 21-year-old girl that really is more known probably for her body and her looks than anything else, and she's making millions and millions of dollars off it, but it's the age thing. Is it creepy?
It's a celebrity crush. I mean, like, technically she's a celebrity in her own right. So, I mean, I would feel a certain way if she was a teenager, but she's 21. She can, like, she's an adult. It's 16 years. So, like, listen. It's 16 years.
You might be on an island by yourself on this.
I might be, but, like,
we're waving to you from the mainland. Hey!
Yeah.
His boat is taking off.
I guess maybe it's because I'm just like desensitized, and that's an issue in and of itself, but I'm not fazed by it.
Here's a comparison.
Okay.
Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things is 21. Your 37-year-old friend says she has a hardcore crush on Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things.
Yeah, 21. I don't have an issue with it.
Even though he looks like a child, that's my issue. Is they look like kids.
Yeah.
I understand that they're 21, and I get that, and you're an adult. But for me, like, I look at adults who are 21, though, and I'm like, okay, hello, small child adults. You still have a lot of growing to do. Not interested whatsoever because you remind me of a kid. And so it's weird to me to, like, be super into and liking every post of, like, a young, hot, blonde 21-year-old.
So, Mo, you're how old?
I am 38.
38.
So think about it. That's how old I am.
Mo comes in here and goes, you know who I think is really hot? Jenna Ortega. Just super hot. And just starts following Jenna Ortega, who's 21 years old.
Well, if he was obsessive about it and talked about it, but if I asked him a question, I'm like, who's your celebrity crush? And he said Jenna Ortega. and he's 36 and she's 21, I'm not going to think twice about it.
I'd be like, dude, come on,
I
man.
would too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would classify it as creepy, but red flag for sure. Especially the fact that you liking all the pictures and you seem to have a bit of an obsession with the crush. That would move me a little bit.
Obsession is different, yeah, for sure. But if it's a conversation over dinner and that's your celebrity crush,
But every single photo also liked.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
You're committing to the bit. Because for me, it's not even really so much the number. It's the fact that she looks like a very young 21-year-old. Like, for context, I feel like when you ask most guys what their celeb crush is, the go-to answer is Margot Robbie. And I feel like that's because they all saw Margot Robbie in Wolf of Wall Street and thought, this girl is super hot. Margot Robbie was 22 in that film, but she doesn't look 22. Do you know what I mean? Like, she looks like a woman. So it's a little less weird. You know what I mean? Like, she looks like someone who would be age appropriate.
See, that's funny because I'm looking at her pictures and she looks like an adult to me.
Olivia Dunne?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I'm sitting here looking at her
She
pictures.
looks like a 21-year-old.
Yeah,
to me.
she looks like a 21-year-old.
To me, she looks 17.
She
So
looks
I,
17 to
but
me too.
I think that just showcases people see different people very differently. I wouldn't say it's a red flag. I'd say it's like a yellow-orange flag. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't done anything wrong or super gross. She's of age. I'd walk away, but it's not a red flag.
I said to her, like, you're entitled to your feelings. So, I mean, if you're feeling creeped out by it, you're feeling creeped out by it.
Listen to your
I don't
gut.
think it's a deal breaker, but I understand why she's a little squeamish about it.
Yeah, this gives me the creep factor.
For sure. I may
Enjoy
not
your
run
island.
away, but I'd walk away.
The Bert Show.